Hello, my dear students. Today we are going to solve board paper 2012. The last class we did 2011, and we have learned that when old balance sheet was not provided in the question, how we'll prepare that old balance sheet with the help of a memorandum balance sheet, and how to find out the missing figure. Like in the year 2011, the missing figure is related to cash balance, and we already came to know how to find out that cash balance. Now this year 2012, it is like similar type of question which already we have did in the year 2008, 9, 10. Here in these cases, like old partners capital are to be adjusted on the basis of incoming partners or new partners capital contribution. Let's see the problem. Atul and Madun were partner in a firm sharing profit and losses in the ratio 5:3. 31st March 2011, they admitted Mehra as a new partner for 1/5 share in the profit. The new profit sharing ratio among the partner, it was 5:3:2. So here old ratio provided and new ratio provided. Then what we have to do? Now, first of all, we should calculate SR as well as GR, sacrificing ratio and gaining ratio for the treatment of goodwill. Whenever any new ratio provided, then that OR may not be as a SR, means old ratio may be sacrificing ratio or may not be sacrificing ratio. Therefore, we have to verify by calculating this, like OR minus NR equals to SR, that is old ratio minus new ratio equals to sacrificing ratio. So this is our first working, that calculation of sacrificing as well as gaining ratio. On the date of new partner admission, that is Mehra's admission, the balance sheet of Atul and Madun were as below. This is as usual, all are known term. Land and building 1,50,000, fixed asset, that is machinery 40,000, another fixed asset, patent intangible fixed asset 5,000, stock it is 27,000, debtors 47,000. Now here debtors provided 47,000. Here on the asset side, no deduction of provision for doubtful debt or bad debt. But here, this time in this question, provision for doubtful debt, it was provided on the liability side. It is shown as a current liability. So here the matter is same, like either we can deduct from this side. If you deduct from debtor side 1200, then like here total balance sheet amount will decrease 1200, and here also provision for bad debt will be not there that time. Here also 1200 will decrease, means 2,92,000, 2,92,000, both the side, that we also tell you. So there are two options. One option, that is we can deduct from debtors, that is provision for doubtful debt, less provision debtors from from the debtors we can deduct provision for doubtful debt, and in our column we can show as a good debtors. But here it is shown as a gross debtors, not good debtors, because here respective term is on the liability side, provision for doubtful debt separately shown. So if any term we take from liability to asset, automatically side change means it will be minus. Similarly, if any term we take from assets to liability, that will also coming as a minus. Side change means sign also changes. So that way can be shown. So this is the thing, newly it is shown in this balance sheet. Other than like all this term are not new to us, we already solved so many problems, and we already seen that type of term already there on the balance sheet. Now this is one term, that is profit and loss account debit balance, that is called actually losses. Profit and loss debit balance means it was the loss of the old partner. Here, if it is shown on the credit side, that time profit. So if it is shown on the asset side, that time it is a loss, and that should have to be distribute this loss to the old partner in old ratio. So these are all asset side term. Now on the liability side, Atum's capital 1,50,000, Modern capital 90,000, total capital 2,40,000. Now after that, provision for bad debt related to debtors, the current liability 1,200, creditor, that is current liability, outsider liability or external liabilities, workman compensation fund 32,000, subject to subject to instruction. If claim, we should see that how much claim is there from the worker side. According that basis, statement will show. So we will see what is the adjustment is provided related to this topic. Now come to here additional information. The new partner admission when happen, these are the terms and condition are there. Like Mera will bring 40,000 as his capital and 16,000 as his share of goodwill, and half of withdrawn by the old partner. So here new partner brought capital 40,000 directly provided. Here one entity, bank account debit to Mehra's capital account 40,000. Now goodwill purposes, 3 entry you have to pass, like 16,000 goodwill money brought. Will apply premium method. The entry is their bank account debit to premium for goodwill. Again, second entry, premium for goodwill account debit to sacrificing partner's capital or old partner within brackets sacrificing ratio. So that will be distributed, and half of which withdrawn by that old partner. By that old partner is both the partner has sacrificed automatically. When you find out the sacrificing ratio, that time will come to know that both the partner has sacrificed and both the partner got the benefit of goodwill, and both the partner half of their amount withdrawn. So when withdrawn, third entry will be there, that is old partner's capital account debit to cash or bank account. So ultimately this 16,000 purposes 3 entries there. First, amount of goodwill brought purposes bank to PGW, and second, distribution purposes PGW to old partner's capital within bracket sacrificing ratio. Third entry is old partner's capital means Atul capital account debit, Madun capital account debit to cash or bank account. A provision 2.5% for bad and doubtful debt is to be created. So this is related to debtors, and always we will follow the debtors amount, that is gross debtors amount. Thereupon we will create provision for doubtful debt. Here this mistake should not make. Like here, sometime if you are a student doing like that way, they first debtors less old provision, afterward they want to calculate the new provision, but that is not correct here. When you calculate like provision for bad debt, new provision, that time always on the gross debtors, before deduction of the old provision for doubtful debt. So therefore 47,000 thereupon 2.5%, it will come here 1175. So calculation will show later on. So here this provision, new provision. So new provision when we create, it will come on revaluation account, like revaluation account debit to provision for doubtful debt account. Or another way we can pass the entry, like we can compare old and new. If old is getters, then the difference we can take on the revaluation side by provision for doubtful debt. So there are two alternative way, like new directly to side on the revaluation account, and for cancellation of old directly by side on the revaluation account. So any method we can apply which is easy, we can use that one. Now next adjustment, like Sunday creditors related to supplier, like rupees 2,500 is not likely to be paid. That does mean the creditors balance decreases. It is our benefit, so therefore it will come on the revaluation side by side, creditor account debit to revaluation, decrease of liability. This is another, like a provision was to be made for an outstanding bill for electricity. This is one unrecorded liability. That time revaluation account debit to outstanding electric bill account. So when any unrecorded liability increases or at the time of admission it to be recorded, that time this entry you have to pass revaluation account debit to that unrecorded liability. If any unrecorded asset, then it does mean asset increase, so therefore asset account debit to revaluation account. One more unrecorded liability, a claim of rupees 325 for damage against the firm were likely to be admitted and provision for the same was to be made. So this is also one more unrecorded liability, same treatment we have to pass here, that is revaluation account debit to like provision for damage against claim. That way that entry you have to pass. After that, after the above adjustment, the capital of old partner were to be adjusted on the basis of new partner and actual cash to be paid in or to be brought in, whatever the case may be. Now we have to prepare revaluation ledger account, partners capital account and balance sheet. Obviously necessary working also you have to show. This is the solution of board examination main 2012. Revaluation account, from the information we can compare here. First, like here number 1, that is provision for doubtful debt. Old provision here 1200 and new provision here coming 1175. So old provision is greater than the new, sorry here new provision is greater than the old, so therefore it will come on the buy side. Here like old provision 1200 and new provision 1175. So if you compare, like 25 rupees old is more than the new, so buy side it will come. Or another way you can show buy provision for doubtful debt 1200 this side and true provision for doubtful debt, that is new 1175. So ultimate adjustment 25 coming on the credit side. So any method we can apply here. This method I am applying here, that we compare that old versus new. Old is greater than the new, so this side credit side. If new greater than the old, then debit side, and the difference amount will put here. Difference amount 25 rupees, old greater than the new, that side credit side came. Now creditors related, here it is mentioned that rupees 2500 creditor is not likely to be paid, so decrease of liability ever Y creditor 2500. And there are two unrecorded liabilities. Unrecorded liability, one for outstanding electric bill 3000, another 325 rupees damage claim. So here unrecorded liability increases, we have to write this side revaluation account debit to claim for damage 325 and provision for electric bill 3000. Now this is the debit side figure. Debit side it is coming 3325 and credit side it is coming less, only 2525. So difference 800. Here loss arises, which is called loss on revaluation, and this loss we have to distribute to old partner, that is Atul and Madan, in their old ratio 5:3. So Atul's share of loss 500 and Madan's share of loss 300. So this is the revaluation, like first part, first ledger. It is completed according to the instruction of this question at the time of admission of new partner. Now after that, like partner's capital account, as it is same way, opening balance, buy balance BD, this two capital balance provided. Atul capital provided 1,50,000, Madan capital provided 90,000, and new partner brought 40,000. That is, it is given in the question that Mera brought 40,000 as his capital, so therefore by cash or bank 40,000. After that, premium for goodwill, like this will be distributed to the old partner under sacrificing ratio. So once we can see that what is the sacrificing ratio, that old one is coming sacrificing, or that it is being different from the working, we can come to know. Yes, this is the working note. Calculation of sacrificing ratio. Sacrificing ratio equals to old ratio minus new ratio. Old ratio Atul 5/8, A new provided here 5 by 10 for Atul, 5 is to 3 is to 2, so 5 by 10, old minus new, it is coming by calculating 5 by 40. Now then also here, this is old, 3 by 8 minus new 3 by 10, it is coming 3 by 40. So 5 is to 3, this is the sacrificing ratio. Ultimately old is returned back as a sacrifice, but it may not return back. When new ratio provided, we must calculate that ratio. SR ratio we should calculate. So here sacrificing ratio is 5 is to 3. So on that ratio, the amount of goodwill here provided by premium for goodwill, here, premium for goodwill, that is on the basis of sacrificing ratio, total 16,000 contributed by the new partner, that is Mera, and it was distributed to Atul and Madan in that ratio, that is sacrificing ratio 5 is to 3. Atul's share came 10,000 and Mera's share came 6,000. Regarding the workman compensation for nothing mentioned, that does mean here no claim so far arises. So what we should do, we can provide one notes that no claim. So we are distributing the total amount to the old partners before the admission of a new partner. So therefore, the total 32,000, it was distributed under old ratio 5 is to 3. Therefore, Atul's share came 20,000 and Madan's share came 12,000. That workman compensation claim will not come in new balance sheet as it was distributed to the old partner under old ratio. Nothing mentioned about that. No claim so far arises. No accident occur in the partnership form. So that is the benefit of the old partner. So we should distribute this workman compensation fund. If any claim is there, so that time we should consider how much claim remaining amount will distribute, and the claim part will come as a liability on the liability side of the new balance sheet. Here in this cases, no such type of liability. So therefore, total fund distributed here among the old partner. Now on the asset side here, one losses is there, profit and loss debit balance. Once we can see here the profit and loss debit balance. Yes, this is the profit and loss account debit balance 20,000. It is ultimately loss of the old partner. So that loss will not bear by the incoming partner. That has to bear by the old partners only. Therefore, we will distribute to the old partner and partner's capital to profit and loss account under old ratio. Atul's share came share plus 12,500, Madan share 7,500. Revaluation in this cases, in this sum, revaluation also loss arises. So loss on revaluation will come this side. Generally profit coming this side, the loss this side, 500 and 300. At the same time here, goodwill purposes 3 into we told. One is cash account debit to PGW, another PGW to partners capital. So by PGW, premium for goodwill. And third one, half of amount withdrawn by the old partner. So Atul withdrawn, half means 10,000, therefore that is 5,000 he has withdrawn. Here 6,000 of Madan, so therefore half 3,000 withdrawn. So withdrawn entity, that is partners capital account debit to cash. Now after that, like here this excess amount they want to withdraw. Here actually for that purposes, last instruction, that is under the miscellaneous head, the old partner Atul and Madan want to make their capital according the new partner's capital contribution. For that, like we have to see the working here, how much capital came. That is the capital actually showing here. That is first partner 1,60,000, 40,000. How it came? Let's see the working here. Yes, adjustment of capital. New partner contribution 40,000 and he acquired 210 shares. So 210 share purposes 40,000. Suppose if you want to buy total firm, then how much capital he has to contribute? Now 40,000 into 10 by 2, that is 40,000 divided 2 by 10 to 10 by 2, that is coming 2 lakh. So therefore total entire firm's capital is coming 2 lakhs. Now old partner want to make the capital on the basis of new partner. So new profit sharing ratio, it is provided 5 is to 3 is to 2. So therefore 2 lakh into 5 by 10, 1 lakh coming Atul's new capital. Madan new capital 2 lakhs into 3 by 10, 60,000 coming, and Mera's capital already provided. Now if you once more want to verify that amount, it will come. So after calculating new ratio as new ratio provided, so the directly total capital into new profit sharing ratio, that way also we can calculate. Or another way also we can calculate, like 2 lakh minus 40,000, so 1,60,000, and 1,60,000 it will be distributed under old ratio among the Atul and Madan. That way also coming the same amount. So any way, any method we can use here. Now that is why there's a new capital came here. So the new capital will put here under partner's capital, like to balance CD. New capital of old partner 1,60,000 and the new partner's capital directly provided. Now if you compare this side, or another way, like last time we did here, first we make to balance CD, again we write by balance BD, again to balance CD, this amount, afterward we compare. So that is also process, and here also this is a one process, a rough calculation roughly. Like here this side credit side Atul's came 1,80,000, Madan came 1,08,000. So here that is credit side balance, and here that is debit side balance 1,60,000. Now if you compare which side shortage is there will put the cash here. He want to make his he want to make his capital 1 lakh, but is coming here 1,80,000 minus this amount. So automatically this 62,000 he has to withdraw. Credit side is more than the debit side. How much more? 62,000. So therefore Atul will withdraw this amount 62,000. Madan has to withdraw how much? 37,200. This amount. Or like that way, if you cannot do, then what we'll do? Now first we will write here total 1,80,000. Here also write 1,80,000. After that, this minus 2 balance CD will find, and this 2 balance CD again we will write here by balance BD. After writing by balance BD, again 2 balance CD this side, that is new capital 1,60,000 and 40. After all, we can compare which side shortage, that side we can put cash, to cash. So that way, or if you want, we can like make one more working directly, like adjusted combined capital. After that new capital this, and that will be that old capital adjustment, difference will withdrawn or difference has to bring. So already so many method I have shown. Anyone which method feel easy, you can use that method. So here in this cases we use this method. Now we will come to the new balance sheet, revised balance sheet after admission of the like new partner. We already got the capital. First partner 1 lakh, second partner 60,000, third partner 40,000. Total capital 2 lakh we already got. Creditors remain unchanged as it is 17500. Because creditors 20,000 and 2,500 it was decreased. No more payment required. So therefore creditor value it is, that is the present value, and that was the old value. So present value it is coming 17500. Unrecorded liability claim for damage 325. Outstanding electric bill 3,000. This one bank overdraft, how it came for this working note 3. You will check the working note afterward. So now let's see that asset side, land building 1,50,000, machinery 40,000, patent 5,000, stock this 27,000, debtors like 47,000, less provision 4,5,825. This way, like total of the asset side coming 2,67,825. Now this is the question, like how it came as a bank overdraft. Now here, if you open the cash or bank ledger, actually here we can write bank ledger, so it will be for better. So as with the help of cash ledger, we can understand also, like cash to balance BD, that is opening balance provided 4,200, and that is the contribution of the new partners capital, goodwill, and these two, like old partner withdrawn their amount of goodwill 5,000, 3,000, half of amount withdrawn. Now they want to decrease their capital. For that purposes, Atul has withdrawn 62,000, Madan has withdrawn 37,200. So this withdrawn part is more. From cash balance it is coming to the negative. Here debit side if greater, then to by balance sheet you will write, and that time cash will be positive. So here in this cases, here Now credit side is more, means payment outflow of cash is more than the inflow of cash, so automatically it will be negative balance, therefore we have to write bank overdraft. So as it is bank overdraft came, so it is better to write here bank ledger, bank account, here to cash, that is opening balance, we can write like cash deposit into the bank. So bank overdraft came, negative balance came, therefore we shown on the liability side here bank overdraft working note 347,000. So like that way, this is the like little bit different in case of cash ledger. So in this sum we got this difference, that cash balance coming negative. So when it come negative, which side you will put? Automatically on the liability side we will put here liability side. And this one another, that is like related to provision for doubtful debt, this time it was shown on liability side. So how do you deal? Like here you can deduct from this side, but the question in this way it is provided, so you have to consider that, you have to understand the meaning of that. If this side, if you take from liability side to asset side, automatically it will come as a minus, so less from provision for doubtful debt. So effect is same whether asset side or liability side, which side it is given in the question, it will not create any problem, but we have to understand that. This is the solution for 2012 board paper, that is main board examination. I think it will be clear to every learner. And next subsequent class will consider next one more year question, that is 2013, which type question came, we'll see. Okay, today that's all. Thank you very much.